Yo, what's going on? Hold on, I'm a little dark here. Hold on. Oops, that didn't work out. We are live, and this is when the bloopers happen. There you go. Oof, that's bright. How you doing? Forgot to bring up something real quick so we can get this thing started. Oh yeah, I'm good here. Boom. Okay. What's going on? Thank you for joining another episode of Last Call. So we're calling these live streams now Last Call. We have a couple things here today. I had a question for a subscriber. We're gonna talk about the man ranks. The subscriber call was to keep 6 wide receivers or 5 safeties. We're gonna talk about ranking the 32 wide receivers of all teams, where the Ravens stack according to PFF, and at the end, the best all-time team for the Ravens. And that's gonna be an interesting one. I definitely disagree with how that vote went. But let's start with the Madden ranks, and I have some of them here. And shout out to my boy Fred for Berlin BS. He was the one that tweeted this. Calais Campbell 95. Damn, I mean that was high. That was high. I was surprised. Lamar Jackson 94. That's good. Ronnie Stanley 93. I would have flipped Calais and Stanley, but okay. Marlon Humphrey 89. They didn't give him the 90. I don't know. I was a little upset with that one. Earl Thomas 88. That seems fine. Tucker, man, he should be 90 plus. I don't get why he's not in the 90s. Brandon Williams 86. Interesting, huh? Mark Ingram 86. Mark Andrews 86. And Sam 85. So I thought the Madness, what I've seen has been fine. I saw Jacob Dobbins was the highest rank running back of the rookies, so that's good. I also saw Devin Duvernay getting a fairly good ranking for a rookie, especially a third round rookie. So that's all good for the Madden ranks. To be honest, I don't pay that much attention, but I saw trending on my Twitter feed, so I figured let me bring it up. Okay, so for the next topic. Okay, for the next topic, let's see. So the question was, this is shout out to whoever, I forgot the person, I don't want to look for it now. On IG, send me a question: should we keep 6 wide receivers or 5 safeties? Okay, so look, I don't understand why we're gonna keep 5 safeties. Where's the safety here? Clark, Earl, or Locke? Levine, Elliott, and Stone. The reality is, I don't think Levine is gonna be considered safety nowadays. I mean, he's a safety, that he doesn't play safety. So that's so I will say you keep 4 safeties, and then on the wide receiver end you keep Brown, Snead, Duvernay. I'm missing one here. Boykins, Prochet, and then you battle between Wesley, Moore, one of those. Ian, what up, man? Shout out to you, and shout out to Jay Will. But yeah, so going back to that question, I think you keep 4 safety because I don't consider well, it all depends. I don't consider Levine a safety anymore. I don't really consider Chris Moore. They both can fill in, but that's they're not under. They barely play that position, right? Levine doesn't play safety as much, and then you have Moore not playing wide receiver as much. They basically are special teamers. Levine does play some defense and some sub packages and some like more closer to the line as a hybrid middle linebacker. So again, I think we're gonna keep 6 wide receivers. Yeah, I think 4 safety, 6 wide receivers. The problem with the safety, right, is Deshaun Elliott, because Deshaun Elliott keeps getting injured every year. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, shout out to you, Thomas Morgan. Thank you for joining the live stream. Okay, Now, the two deeper topics today are the wide receiver rankings according to PFF. PFF is all over the place for me. They're okay, but they're all over the place. So we're going to see where the Ravens stack here. Okay? So I'm going to give you the top 10. Dallas Cowboys number 1. I think they're overranked, overhyped. Amari Cooper is a good receiver when he wants to. For the most part, he plays okay. Gallup is a good 3 in my opinion. And then you have CeeDee Lamb, a rookie. So you're giving a lot of hype to a rookie that you don't know if he's going to play. I think he's going to be good. The reality is he going to be great? Not. We'll see. He can be ended up being a 2 or 3. So I think Dallas Cowboys are way overranked. The Buccaneers, I think they're a better team on the receiving corps. Just Godwin and Mike Evans. Those two. I don't think they're taking consideration tight ends, so don't forget about that. They're not taking so when we go to the Ravens. Number 3, the Falcons. Again, I would have put the Falcons over the Cowboys. Julio Jones, and they also have oh my God, the guy Calvin Ridley. So those two are better than the top 2 of the Cowboys. New Orleans. I would put New Orleans over Atlanta. Michael Thomas. Emmanuel Sanders. Better. But okay, let's keep going. The Bills. 5th. Bills. Stephon Diggs. I know Stephon Diggs is good. He's at number 1. Brown and Beasley. Look, I cannot put the Bills over the Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins. Nah. You missed me with that one, PFF. Detroit Lions. This is questionable for me. How is Arizona at 8? Well, you had D-Hop. You still have Fitzgerald over there in the slot. You had Christian Kirk on the outside. And then Andy Isabella as a number 4 is fine. It's a good return guy. So that's crazy. Now Denver number 9. Again, problem that I have with this is you're overhyping 2 rookie receivers. Jerry Jeudy, that was my number 1 wide receiver coming into the draft, but still, you guys know how much I like Duvernay. But on a ranking, I cannot say, oh my God, I cannot put Duvernay over veterans that has shown me production. KJ Hamler, I didn't like KJ Hamler coming out of the draft. So they have those 2, and then Carlos Sanders, which is a good, in my opinion, number 2, not number 1. Okay, Cincinnati 10. Look, Cincinnati has a better receiver, in my opinion, core than the Broncos and the Lions. The Bungles here have Boyd, rookie, right, again. Not T. Higgins, a rookie again. Tyler Boyd, really good. Auden Tate, pretty good as well. And then they still have AJ Green and John Ross is their 4th. And T. Higgins is your 4th/5th. I don't get it. So those are your top 10, and then I'm just gonna glance over the next ones. You have the Panthers, the Eagles, Chargers 13, Seahawks 14, Houston 15th, Tennessee 16, Rams 17, Browns 18, which is crazy. They might have not produced last year, but OBJ and Juice are better than some of the course up there. Giants 19, that's a stretch, but okay. The Bears 20th. Ravens are nowhere to be seen. 21, Minnesota. And I agree with this, right? Because I love Justin Jefferson, but again, a rookie. And the problem that I have with that is Jefferson thrives in the slot. This is where Thielen also thrives. So we'll see what they do with that. Colts 22, Pittsburgh 23, Green Bay 24, Niners 25th, and here we are, the Ravens 26th. I'm gonna tell you what they say about the Ravens. Speed is the name of the game for the Ravens receivers, starting with the 2019 first-rounder Marquise Brown, a true downfield weapon from the slot. Brown showed his big play ability right away with an 83-yard touchdown week 1. Brown averaged 1.83 yards per route last season, 29th out of 129 qualifier, and he should have even more big play opportunities this season. On the other side, Miles Boykin has a 4.42 speed to go with a 6'4 frame, and he showed flashes as a rookie despite grading at 58.9. The Ravens added even more speed to around Duvernay. Duvernay projected to the slot due to his strong hands and after the catch skills, and he gives Baltimore another explosive weapon for defense to worry about. And last year says Willie Snead may still see time in the slot, but Duvernay will see as much time as the game plan dictates. Baltimore may not have the best all-around receiving core, but they have a group of field stretchers, mismatch creators who fit their big play offensive style. Look, I agree with everything they say here. I'm not mad that the Ravens are in the 20th because of what I said also. You can't count on rookies to carry you. My problem is they're not consistent. Their teams up here is all about Cowboys. It's all about CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is not in the Cowboys. The Cowboys are not a top 15, right? But they're counting on CeeDee Lamb. So my problem is you're counting on rookies. Same thing for the Broncos. Broncos essentially is fairly similar to the Ravens. They have Sutton, which in my opinion, he's a really good number 2. I think Marquise will be a number 1. And then they have 2 guys like Jerry Jeudy that I think eventually will be a number 1. Who knows if he does it year 1. KJ Hamler, again, I don't like it, but let's assume that he's a number 3. Well, Hollywood, in my opinion, a number 1. And then you have a Duvernay and Boykins that can be a 2 and 3. And they still have Prochet. I don't know, man. I was not happy necessarily with their rankings. Not because where the Ravens are, it's how they conduct this and the explanation, all that. Let me just tell you who runs out. Miami Dolphins 27th. Vegas Raiders 28th. The Redskins 29th. I agree with this one. Patriots 30th. Jets 31st. Jaguars 32nd. So that's the 32. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below or here on the chat. Okay, so let's go to the next topic, which is the one that got me heated the most. I think this came late last week, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, by the way, if you want to be in the show, please make sure you text me at 443-292-2337. It's 443-292-2337. Okay, if you don't have any text, that's fine. I can't name a single receiver from the Giants. Well, they have Sterling Shepard, and they have Golden Tate. Bengals receiver better than the Cowboys. I agree with that, Jay Will. 100%. I agree with that. Again, 443-292-2337. Text me if you want to be in the show. Okay, so all-time Ravens team. The fans got this wrong. I'm not saying every pick got them wrong. First one is the quarterback. First thing that they got wrong, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is probably gonna be the best quarterback in the franchise history. History-wise, he ain't better than Flacco right now. He have a better season than what Flacco had, but it's a accumulation. This is the old time. It's accumulation. It's not a one-hit wonder. Not that Lamar's gonna be that, but it's not a 2-year package, right? Lamar has to do it for more. Flacco was here consistently good. I'm not ready to throw a leader and that. Good. And he deserved to be the top quarterback in this all-time team. And Lamar should have been second. And Lamar is, in my opinion, eventually going to overtake Flacco. Okay? But not yet. Not yet. So Lamar Jackson here, number 1 again. The first disagreement, I would have put Joe Flacco there. I would have put Joe Flacco. Okay, number 2, Jamal Lewis. I think this is right. Jamal is the best running back in the history of the franchise, in my opinion. Now, a good number 2 would have been 2, in my opinion. Willis McGahee and Ray Rice. Ray Rice 2 and Willis 3, but both of them really good running backs for us. But I thought the fans got it right with Jamal Lewis. No, I had no issues. Jamal Lewis carried this team for a while, right? Fullback, I have issues. I think Vontae Leach was really good, and I would have put him as a number 2. He's a fan favorite. I got it. I've been in the stadium when Leach comes there. You hype with the, I mean, Leach was a mean dude. He was a bad dude. But I think Juszczyk was better than Leach. I think Leach was this much better in the blocking scheme than Leach. Leach was that much better than Juice on the blocking scheme. But after that, Juice was way better in the receiving core. Way better, if he had to run the ball. Juice had layers to his game that provided some mismatch as a fullback, which is hard to do. I think because his ability, he was a tight end also in Harvard. He provided those abilities. Leach was hell of a fullback, as a pure fullback, but Juice did that plus. So I would have put Juice first and then Vontae Leach. Okay, so here it says Flacco's first 2 playoff game was trash, but he got carried by the defense. Lamar and Flacco tie right now. Again, I think this is because it's a career thing, Jay, and I think Lamar career-wise has more than Flacco career-wise has more than Lamar. But I think it's gonna be overtaken. Just saying, this is as of today, right? Okay. Anyway, receivers. Oh, do I have issues with receiver? Look, Anquan Bowling. I'm not gonna dispute Anquan. I'm not gonna dispute Q. I love Q. One of my favorite Raven receivers. He was good. He was good for us. He was good for Flacco. Great players. Now, next one. This is purely recency bias. Let me say before I say who it is, one of my personal favorite receivers in the league. Before he came to Baltimore, he was a favorite for me. Steve Smith. Still one of my favorite receivers. He should not be here. Steve Smith as your number 2 all-time receiver? No. That's where Mason comes. Again, career-wise, Mason was hell of a good for us when we were bad drying. I mean, it was bad. Steve Smith was great, but Mason was a staple. For the Ravens. Again, love Smith. I like Smith more than Bolden as a player, career-wise. But I cannot say that Smith was better than Bolden for the Ravens. Right? But Mason, again, Smith better than Mason all time, but Mason was better for the Ravens than Smith. Okay. Lexiata, what's up, man? We're talking about the all-time Ravens team that came out. The Chiefs had no money, and they somehow resigned Chris Jones. I smell a 2021 league investigation on Chiefs and how they and their GM cheated and got Doc drafted. No, Andrew, look at this. If we give a long term to Judon right now, we can lower our cap hit. We could. Problem is future years, right? But this year, somebody in the franchise tag is gonna suck more money than if you sign him long term for year 1. So I will have Torrey Smith over Steve. I don't disagree with that, J. Will. Torrey Smith over Smitty. But again, love Torrey, but yeah. Okay. Hold on here. Okay, So Tahib as a tight end, no issue there. Jane Sharp was good for us, but not as good as Tahib. Again, stretch. Okay, Jonathan Upton, Ronnie Stanley as the top tackles. Fine with that. Marshall Yanda, fine with that. Matt Burke, fine with that. Kaleshi Osemele. I don't know. I debated this. I think this is a toss-up for me as the other guard. I thought Ben Grosford was amazing too. But I think it's a toss-up. I'm okay. Osemele was here for the Super Bowl run, so I'm assuming that gave him the edge. DM Michael McCrary, that's fine. Haloti Nata as a D-tackle, I'm fine with that. With Tony Siragusa as the other D-tackle, I'm fine with that. Terrell Suggs as the outside linebacker, and with Peter Boulware, no issue, none of that. Peter Boulware was really good for us. I would have liked maybe JJ, but he wasn't better than Peter. Ray Lewis, slam dunk there. CJ Mosley, I thought this could have been close with Byron Scott, but CJ Mosley made 4 Pro Bowls out of the 5 years he was here. So I had no problem with that. Chris McAllister, hands down the best corner we had in history. Marlon Humphrey was there. That was surprising for me. Jimmy Smith has an argument there, but Marlon Humphrey's already made a Pro Bowl. I don't think Jimmy Smith has in his career. I love Ladarius Webb, but Marlon Humphrey is already better than Webby. Free safety at Reed, I had no problem with that. Rod Wilson, so that was safety. Justin Tucker. Look, Justin Tucker's a hell of a kicker, but it made me think for a moment Stover, right? But JT has the most accurate, is currently the most accurate kicker in NFL history. And punter Sam, that's easy. Morgan Cox, and slam dunk best returner we had is Jacoby Jones. Okay, let me see some of your comments. You can't compare Flacco's career with Lamar. You can't compare Flacco's first 2 years with Lamar and tell me who had the better career by the first 2 years. Okay, let's get it. I see this argument, but if I get Deion Sanders, right? He was here for a year. Great year. Should I put him over Humphrey? Right? If we get one player here and he has a spectacular year, I cannot extrapolate that for future. This is meant as career-wise. Again, I think Lamar's going to overpass Flacco probably the next 2 to 3 years, right? But I can, let's say, and this will be painful for me, but let's say Lamar doesn't win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. Should I say, well, Flacco's better, he won a Super Bowl? No. I think in 3 years Lamar will be better than Flacco's for his entire career. That's my opinion. If Lamar keeps going how he is, in 5 years he will be better than Flacco's here 8-9 years, and Flacco's 9 years, right? But not in this particular moment. I mean, the website said it was the tightest voting place. But yeah, man, I can't. Again, love you, Lamar. Never had a Flacco jersey. I do have a Lamar jersey, but I don't know. You can't. Let me see here. Wasn't Edwin Molitalu? Oh yeah. That's a good one too. That's definitely a good one too. I think for the O-line, looks to me that a lot of people win with champions, right? The only one that is not a champion here is Stanley. Darren, what up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. J1 B, what up, man? Thank you for joining. Have a lot of jerseys. I know you do the Joker. I know you do. By the way, let me pause here for a moment. I know I sent a message on Twitter the other day saying to put your prayers up. Situation. I was in the hospital with the family, right? I appreciate all the love and support I got from all you guys. Everybody. Even people that don't follow me here. Appreciate it. It was awesome. Thank you for that. Okay. Last thing I'm gonna talk before I take callers. I know there's somebody already waiting. There's Tyler Bowser, double-digit sacks, Pro Bowler, Super Bowl winner. That's what he wants. Look, I'm hoping. God knows I'm hoping. I think Bowser's a good player. I want him to be great. He needs to be better. In 2019, Bowser has a career high in both sacks and tackles. So he had 5 sacks and 23 tackles. He wants to double the sacks to 10. Look, and he played about 40%. He needs to come and kill it. Because Fergie overtook his snaps. He needs to come and kill it so he can overtake Fergie. Like Bowser because he can do so much. My dude has to get better as a rusher, and he's not. So, that's all I had to say about Bowser. If you want to be in the show, please text now. Let's do the first caller here.
Hey, Sonny, how are you?
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm good. Hey, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Jamal Lewis.
Okay.
I think that he should be in the Hall of Fame. And I actually wrote down some stats of his a while ago when I was thinking about that, and I was able to find what I had written down. So let me give you a little breakdown on that. There are 7 running backs who have ever rushed for over 2,000 yards.
Okay.
4 of them are in the Hall of Fame. Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Terrell Davis, and O.J. Simpson. Then the other 2 are Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson, who haven't reached eligibility yet. So the only one of those 7 guys who's eligible, who's not in the Hall of Fame, is Jamal Lewis. So let me tell you a little bit about how he compares to these other guys. Terrell Davis, Hall of Fame inductee in 2017, had 7,607 career rushing yards. Jamal Lewis had 10,607. So Jamal Lewis actually ranks ahead of both Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame, and Chris Johnson, who's another one of the 2,000-yard rushers.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 guys ahead of him, O.J. Simpson has only 600 more rushing yards. And then you've got Eric Dickerson, Adrian Peterson, and Barry Sanders are the only guys on this list of 2,000-yard rushers who have more career rushing yards. Jamal's number 3 on the list of rushing yards in the season with 2,066. So he's ahead of Barry Sanders with 2,053, ahead of Terrell Davis with 2008, ahead of Chris Johnson with 2006, and ahead of O.J. Simpson with 2003. He's trailing only Eric Dickerson with 2105 and Adrian Peterson with 2097. He also, at one point, held the record for the most rushing yards in the game with 295 rushing yards, which was broken only by Adrian Peterson with 296. So just 1 more yard. I think when you look at how he stacks up with these other guys, that's a pretty compelling case that he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame with guys like Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Terrell Davis, and O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, no, I think Lewis should be in the Hall of Fame. I never understood why. I have never dug deep, but I never understood. Let's be honest. Our first Super Bowl, it was a combination of defense, Jamal Lewis, and Stover. That was it, right? You might have a sprinkle in some big plays on the receiving side, but it wasn't like a consistent attack on the receiving side. So yeah, I agree with you. Jamal Lewis should be a Hall of Famer. I don't get it. But yeah, for some reason they have hold him back.
Well, hopefully that'll change sometime. I know that sometimes these guys go for years and years before they get in, and hopefully Jamal will be one of those guys who finally gets the glory he's deserved.
The question is how many more years he's eligible for voting. I don't know the answer of that. Because after that it's not a vote. Then they do like a separate committee, and he has like a one shot in there. And if he doesn't pass, then it's out. There's no more votes.
That's right. I hadn't thought about that. How many years they're eligible for voting before it goes to that what is it called, like the senior players?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, since his name actually came up on the Ravens all-time team, it got me thinking about that, and I figured I'd give a shout out to Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, no. I think he should be in the Hall of Famer. That's why I said I have no problem with the running back, the fans pick. Jamal Lewis is your top running back. I actually would have I said maybe Ray Rice or William McGahee at 2 or 3, but Jamal Lewis, no doubt, best running back in the history of the Ravens.
All right, man. Well, hey, I'm gonna get off here. That was just a quick thing I wanted to bring up. So thanks for taking my call, and I'll catch up with you later.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for calling. No doubt.
Anytime. Yeah, have a good night.
You too. Okay, so let me answer here. Let's get it, man. So I was trying to find something here. So the Ravens rank in the year we won the Super Bowl on defense 12th overall. So it wasn't a top 5 defense. I think Lamar Jackson in Lex, I don't want to make it like I'm trying to bash Lamar, but this year's defense was better than the 2012 defense for sure. Flacco got hot in the playoffs. That was normal Flacco, right? Flacco got hot in the playoffs. All I'm saying is career-wise, if you take the totality, Flacco right now over Lamar. I said Lamar will overtake Flacco in the next 2 to 3 years. Lamar has another year like he had last year. Boom. I think if he has another year like he had last year and the defense that is a little bit more improved, I think they can win the Super Bowl. Okay, it says, oh yeah, man. Maybe 76 be more. I don't know what's gonna happen with the season. The 14,000. I don't know how they're gonna do the ticket system. So yeah, Raven, shout out to you, brother. Been texting with him a lot. Appreciate everything that you done for me, man. Like I said, better but not the same leadership and run D. We had Reed and Ray. Yeah, we had 2 Hall of Famers. I agree. Again, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm saying that Lamar is gonna be better career-wise than Flacco in the next 2 to 3 years. But it's hard for me to say in 2 years Lamar is better than Flacco's entire career as a Raven. That's just me. You might think he's already better than Flacco's entire career, and that's fine. I think there's definitely an argument, but I think because of the MVP, Flacco never won the MVP. But I think the Flacco career-wise is better than Lamar. And again, for me, I want to make sure you understand. If Lamar has 2 or 3 years like the ones he had, and he doesn't win the Super Bowl, I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, well Flacco is better because by year 5 he won the Super Bowl. Nah. I think Lamar is this close to just be better than Flacco, right? A year like last year, boom, he's already better than Flacco's career-wise, right? Like, I think Patrick Mahomes is better than any Chiefs quarterback in their history. Trent Green was an important guy in the Chiefs' history, but Patty Mahomes had an MVP, and then he followed by winning the Super Bowl, right? Trent Green never did that. So I think Lamar is close, but not yet. Now, again, the 3 differences that I had was wide receiver, the quarterback, and fullback, and to some extent, I can see the argument for Vontae Leach. I think Juice was a little bit better as an overall fullback for the Ravens. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Unless you have any questions, I think that might be a wrap. I don't have any more callers for today. What's your video? I remember that jersey. That jersey was nice. Yeah, but again, I don't want to take a season, right? Let's get it, because I don't want to also. Flacco had one of the most historic playoff run in NFL history, and if Lamar doesn't have a run like that, I don't want to say, well, did you see? Can you compare Lamar? No, I'm asking total, right? I'm asking total. This is why, again, I don't put Smitty there. Even though I love Smith. Smith is top 3 in my book of my favorite receiver. Not top 3 receiver of all time, but my favorite receiver. Love the grit and the grind and how he played, the passion, all that. From Carolina. Right? But can put him over Mason. I can't. Because Mason, through his career as a Raven, was better. Now, Mason's career is not better than Smith's career, but maybe I'm misunderstanding how they were trying to build the team. I thought it was basically career as a Raven, and that's why when you go here, they tell you the years that they were Ravens, right? Lamar was better than Flacco when he wins a playoff game. Flacco was a beast and money in the playoffs. Again, I'm just saying Flacco was great, and Lamar looks to be better. There's no question. But it's just a matter of 1 year versus 2. Okay? Anyway, shout out to everybody that was here. It was fun. We went here for 40 minutes. Again, off season. Tomorrow, I think me and New are on. Also, we are getting close to training camp, so that's going to be exciting. We're going to have some news coming out of there. I get it. Let's get it. This is not saying that Flacco will always be the top quarterback ever. It's like Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown looks to me to be better than Mason, for example. Right? Why is he not there? Well, because he had 1 year. Is it fair? Well, no, because they did this year. If they do this in 2 years, a lot of people could change, right? A lot, right? Who knows? Maybe one of the guys, the rookies, guards that we have, becomes an all-time, all-pro 2 years in a row. And now, who was it? Okay, KO will not be in that list, right? I don't know. Maybe Duvern and Prochet becomes a returner, and it's just automatic return for touchdown every time they touch the ball. I don't know. But as at this moment, yeah, it's not for Lamar because he has a 1.5 year. And a couple years from now, if they do this again, it will be Lamar. That's all I'm saying, man. I get that it's not fair, but they had to put a cutoff at some point, right? Anyway, thank you for joining the live stream, my guys. It was awesome. Couple new videos coming soon. I owe you 1 or 2 more videos. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Love the conversation. By the way, like I said, I love the back and forth. One of my favorite things is going back and forth with all of you guys. Don't forget, you can always give me questions through DM, through Twitter, Facebook, IG, email. I'll try to reply. You can also text me at the number that is on the screen. I'll try to reply as soon as I see it. This is the channel's phone number, so it's not my personal phone number, it's the channel's phone number, so you can always do that. Anyway, it was awesome. Like I said, let me see this last question before we go. Did compare Hollywood to Torrey, who had a better rookie year, because that's the only season he had. Debate staying here sunny. Hey man, oh but love. Anyway, shout out to everybody. Thank you for joining the live stream. I will see you